You're now live streaming. Well, what do you know? Hello. Let's take a moment in silence while people enter the room. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's see what I got here. I ain't got shit. I really don't. I just got a message. And I will not forget to pass this message on. Future days. Yes, I didn't open up my keyboard over here. I think everything's spelled correctly. I can hear my headphones over there. Wow. I got any echoes? I got an echo. You got an echo? Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Hopefully, like other people out there, I'm trying to find the the video hangout here thingy. And I should have just went to my dashboard, but we'll go through the skip, go back to old style, classic dashboard, pick up the chat bar. Well, it probably gurgles my voice. Check my events. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to the stream. Dustin and Waffles, we will never forget you. Waffles, you got your name in this because you're on Vinny's last night defending Dustin and telling me that I should Google stuff. Why should I Google anything? All right, Waffles, go look at the video. All right, let's mute this. Go look at, hello, Callie. Hi, Susie. Hey, what's up, Picker Rick? So, Waffles, if you will go look, what was I saying? Fun with Cameo. It was fun. It was a good time. So I thought I'd just continue it a little bit. A little bit. Waffles. For some reason, Waffles' name's in my title. For defending Dustin. Defensive about me. And he's like, you should go Google before you put something like that up or whatever. I'm like, this is, he says something about law or a court or that wouldn't stand up in a court or something. I'm like, man, this is not a court of law. This is a court of YouTube, you dummy. That's to start with. All right? We're not in no court of law here. What's up, weirdo? You can go confusing these shitting cat ladies. I know, man. I love confusion is awesome. I'm fucking confused about this Dustin guy. About the different, I'm going to get into it. I was talking about Waffles. Dustin. Waffles says I should go, and I think you even said something, weirdo. That wasn't Waffles. That wasn't the real Waffles in Vinny's chat? Last night? I see. That was you! Oh, dude! Oh, no! Well, it was fun talking to you, or it was funny. Because, it doesn't matter that I didn't Google and find out this guy's last name or anything. If you look at the title of the video, it says Dustin, all right, on the Steve Wilkes Show. That's all it fucking says. And has a link into the description. You could go to the video and you can pull it up and look, and his name is Dustin. Okay? And he's on the Steve Wilkes Show. Okay? I didn't say that it was anybody except that his name was Dustin and he was on the Steve Wilkes Show. That's all I fucking said. And, it's true. The guy's name is Dustin. You can go watch it. And it's the Steve Wilkes Show. And that's all the title says. And in the description, the only thing it says is, here's a link to the to the complete thing. So nobody has any reason to come and fucking start bitching at me and say that I accuse somebody of being somebody on some place, except Dustin, whoever the fuck Dustin is. Point being, the point being is that, and one reason I'm doing this now is things should not be forgotten. Things should not be forgotten. I guess a lot of people in this community knew about Dustin and, you know, knew his record and shit. And he was doxxed out a year ago, and I know where he was a year ago. He was at that Ian Dre gun, Gunn. He was at his place in Arizona. But I can't find the Ian Dre guy now because he's begging for money on Facebook. He needs $500 more so he can get an apartment because he's homeless. I never watched D before. I never watched Indre Gunn before. And before, like yesterday or something. I mean, I've seen a little bit, you know. I like to go watch D's drunken dirty delete, you know, get drunk as hell. The night before he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him he had a bad liver, in Dallas, that's the one where he said he was on Jerry Springer. That's when I started, and he says, but you guys will never find it. I'm like, that's when I started. That's probably the first time that I went and kind of dug through a little Jerry Springer. So I'd still like to see it. I like to see that, you know. Why do I feel I need to make waffles now? Burn them bitches black. Call them Cajun waffles. It's from the Insane Seth. Insane Seth. The Insane Seth is another person here that I never knew. The Insane Seth and what's his name? Lamont BB. BB Lamont. I never knew that they all used to run around together chasing UFOs and shit with this Ian Dre Gunn. Robert. I call him Bobby. I decided his name's Bobby. Hi, Callie. Susie. E for boy story. You know, this boy, his story history it's a lot like American history. You know, you can rewrite the shit. You can leave shit out. You can use your imagination. When it comes to Dustin, you could fucking just let your imagination roll on what this son of a bitch has done. Really. Alright? You know? Because it is just so open. It's so obvious, I mean, that he is hidden. He fucking hides his past bad. I was watching him a year ago when he was in Arizona, and he was living out there at the lake or whatever, and he was hanging out at Indre's house, and they were making videos about like robots taking over the world and the aliens are coming and all this shit. Before he even got kicked out of his house. I don't know. I lost track of my thought. Oh shit! I can't believe I was gonna put Vinny's name in the title. I should have rearranged this to put Vinny's name in the title because Vinny gave that son of a bitch $125, and Vinny is pissed. Oh, he's talking about, that's right, the insane, what I call him? Shift, whatever he is. He's probably the guy that gave D that jacket. So D's probably follows him around from conventions. Probably got to be up there to a convention there in up north over there, so he can like cut up some more chickens for the insane chef. No, it's my choice, weirdo. Yeah, nothing is real, Jeff. No shit. I mean, that it is real that it is real, no doubt, that this guy is a second degree sex offender, felon, convicted. Hey, that don't go away. Okay, you can't just say, oh yeah, actually, he only has to register for 25 years. Um, but the fact that you've been a convicted felon is you've been a convicted felon. When I see Amanda May on here, Amanda May says, yeah, I convicted felon tier 2. I think he's tier 2 because he's got a 25 year. If he would have been 17 years old, it would be tier 3. But because he was within 2 years of being the victim's age, that makes it a tier 2. That's why he only has to report for 25 years. And that reporting ends on December of 2020. Tier 3 was the victim has to be under 13. Right? And the perpetrator has to be over 2 years. It's either 2 or 3 years older than the victim, which means he was within the 2 year limit. Which means that's why he does not have a first degree sex criminal charge. He has a second degree. The dummy would have just fucking kept his shit together. He probably. I don't. You see where I don't know is on the absconding is what status he has there, as whether he's like in for the 90 days or the 7 years. Not if it was by force. Yeah, but if it was by force, then it wouldn't be 25 year. He wouldn't have the 25 year, which was pulled up on a fairly reputable website, I guess. Nobody's disputed that it's 25 years. He was charged with the first degree and probably did. Could. Well, see, now the weirdo, that's what I love, is that we can say anything we want, can't we? We can say anything that's within the boundaries of a second degree sexual offense. We can just accuse him for. Because if you've done one, you might as well done them all, right? Because you're guilty for the same level. You're second degree sex offender. We don't expect you to tell the truth about what you did, so we can just assume you did every fucking bad thing in that list, unless you was not a teacher. Then we'll assume, we'll say, okay, well, you don't fit the teacher molests student, or counselor, or school bus driver, or there's a certain list of people that. So, but everything else, we can just assume, yeah, you fucking just brutally raped some poor guy's daughter, which leads me to thinking back, to my daughter when she was 12 years old. I understand where Vinny is so pissed off, because I'm like, God damn, my daughter ain't nobody touched my daughter at 12 years old, and I never touched nobody's daughter at 12 years old. It's not normal. That's why he hides it. That's what this is all about. I put up Dustin's name against. I'd call him Dustin. That's his name now. And traveling is not the game. And the traveling was fucking stupid anyway. When I started going back and looking at this guy is a UFO hunter, and hanging around with Ghost Mafia and paranormal people and stuff, and thinking like robots are going to take over the world and take over our brains, and we're going to be able to put our brains in robots and just beam ourselves around to wherever they're fucking nuts. So, yeah, I think I can use my imagination And if I see somebody on Steve Wilkos that looks like, hey, that could be him, and the story fits in there, except for maybe the Missouri part. I haven't quite figured out the Missouri part, but otherwise it seems to fit in here pretty well. Sounds like him, looks like him, about the right age. You know, about 34, 33, 34, something like that when it was originally. See you, weirdo. Bye bye. I didn't do that. You did that. So anyway, thanks to sports. Wasn't what? AI is heading. AI, man. Yeah, I know. AI says it that way, but I mean, these guys are really bizarre. All right, I don't know. And now we know that it's not all, but I'm pretty damn sure that it's not all just based on, I want to find out about the robots that are going to take over our brains, and I want to go ride my motor scooter out into the fucking desert and live in a fucking little tent so I can maybe get a fucking UFO on camera. UFOs come out at night, and the fucking cell phones ain't gonna pick that shit up. And if they do, it's gonna look like, hey, it's a little light moving around. There's a flashlight in your cell phone, you know? Yeah, it's just crazy. What'd you do? Did it. Get in there, weirdo. So otherwise, lately, I don't look at that. Jesus Christ. I got some more subs. I don't know if that was intentional to get, another 10 subs, 10, 15 subs. It's just, I don't know. It really wasn't. I mean, the subject came up and people are talking about it. And then sometimes I look and nobody's talking. It's like, hope they don't forget. So I'm going to go on there and say something. Make sure it keeps coming up because, all right, D has said that he was doxxed out a year ago. He was doxxed out a year ago, and in September, he was still playing Fortnite with Ian Dre, the Arizona guy. I guess that must have been right before he got kicked out of his house. I love YouTube. I just love it. So he was totally living at Ian Dre's. I mean, why didn't Ian Dre get trolled for harboring a fucking wanted sex, a wanted sexual offense absconder, a wanted man? Why didn't he? Well, hell, he kind of disappeared. He hasn't made any videos in like 10 months. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. So, hey, Sean, what's going on? It is so sketchy. And when something is sketchy, then you can just start filling in. You can take the true parts. We know definitely he was in Arizona living with Indre. That's real. Somewhere between there and a swimming pool at a fucking high-class Las Vegas hotel, bathing in the sun next to a fucking she-male in a teeny weeny bikini. Somewhere. We know both those are real. That's real. And some things happen, but where things that you don't know, I mean, you can just fill in the gaps with anything you fucking want because it's YouTube. But you gotta make sure that the real, apparently if he was doxxed a year ago, okay, then somehow it got slipped under the rug And nobody I fucking know, nobody I can find knew anything, wants to admit they knew anything about it. Okay? So apparently, like, all 40, I think he had like 47 regular viewers, got informed that this guy was a fucking sex offender, okay, a year ago. And they kept it under their hat. They didn't tell nobody in Boyd about this. What the fuck is that shit? We don't work that way in Boyd, okay? Now we know you're a sex offender, and that's going to be part of your character. That's going to be part of your persona. You're not going to, it's not going to, nobody's going to forget a year from now, okay? Whoever you're talking to a year from now is going to know that that's part of your fucking YouTube character, whether you like it or not. So you might as well make it like Pedo Travels or whatever, and make it your whole fucking persona. I mean, really, that's probably what it is. I don't think you're really running around out there trying to find any UFOs. I think you're you're a fucking runaway boy on a fucking motor scooter. And fucking people said, hey, you can make money. You could be a bum on YouTube on that. So, hey, Mo, what's going on? What's going on, Jeffrey? I'm doing okay, I guess. Life fucking sucks, Mo. Really had some bad shit in life hit me lately. So, this is a good distraction from that, Mo. You can't hide in the void, man. You may have hid in the paranormal community. Ghost Mafia is one of the person that's watching all that shit over there. I wonder if Ghost Mafia knew, that he was a sex offender, registered, absconding. Even if did you know he was a registered sex offender? And would you tell somebody like Ghost Mafia? Would you tell like Herman? And would Herman tell Cab? And would Cab tell Green Bay? And would Green Bay tell Uber Goober lady? I mean, why if it was out a year ago, why wasn't it passed around? How come it didn't pass it around? Maybe it's because people didn't come on and make a video like this, like I am, to fucking make sure that it keeps getting passed around. So, thank you. I don't know who all you are, Lindy and Kat and Holly and everybody who keep covering it. I mean, this guy, it's Dustin Travels now. And because I have no fucking, because Dustin wants to hide his Jerry Springer. He wants to tell me he was on Jerry Springer, but he wants to hide his fucking Jerry Springer show from me. He doesn't want me to see it. So I'll just fucking assume it's not really Jerry Springer. It's fucking Steve Wilkos. And what I posted looks like you, sounds like your situation. That's the vision I'm going to get. That black girl is the vision that I'm going to get in my head when I think about Dustin being on Jerry Springer, because it probably still is the same thing. D-Dub Travels, that's his past name. He's got to have a new name. That D-Dub Travels is a whole different person than the person that I see now. Totally. I mean, he was a drunken, I don't know, kind of, he wasn't, that brings us on to his book. Did you know he's been, of course, I guess you guys know, I don't know him that well, so I've only known recently that he's writing this book about his traveling. He's traveling and writing a book, I guess, about robots taking over the world and lights in the skies in Arizona while he rides around on a 35-mile-per-hour scooter with a tent and a sleeping bag. This is YouTube, folks. That's so fucking YouTube. And fucking Vinny gives him. He's oh you're great. I'll give you 120. And he ain't even got his fucking scooter. What happened? I haven't figured out what happened to his. Can anybody tell me what happened to his fucking scooter? I'm trying to figure out the broken down bus stop at fucking Las Vegas. Ends up in a $500 van. Where'd your scooter go? You're not sleeping in a tent under the stars looking for UFOs anymore. Now you're sleeping in Walmart parking lots with fucking Black Bigot, with old Dorsey. So that's just so fucking. This is so fucking YouTube. I love it. I mean, Some people are like, Vinny's fucking mad as hell, and I'm eating it up. Of course, Vinny lost $125, but it's not because I didn't warn you guys out there. Scooter is still at Vegas Vixen's house. Oh, and for a second there, all it needed was a spark plug, but then it needs a carburetor. He needs to spray shit in the carburetor like Cooper did. Why doesn't fucking Blue Waffles help him fix the goddamn scooter? I'll tell you why. Because fucking Waffles doesn't want to work on nobody's scooter while he's drinking a shitload of vodka. That's why. And trying to pick up chicks on fucking YouTube because, because it's Berg's girlfriend and he can. I guess. Okay, so I got a kick out of it lately. I've been laughing at it. It's all funny. It's fun being on Cameo's panel. I probably nobody watches me, so I can't get a panel. So, how did Vinny lose $125? She donated $125 to D-Dubs and Holly, I guess, for a stream house. And Holly's like, I don't want that money. That money's got blood on it. That got sex blood on that money there. And he's like, Vinny, I want to give you money. Vinny says, I don't want that money back, but I don't want you to have it. If I was fucking D-Dubs, I would have to, the only way to save your dignity there is to take the $125 out in the front yard and put some lighter fluid on it and catch it on fire and say, there you go, Vinny, okay? I didn't keep your money. You don't want your money back. You was stupid for, giving it to anybody. Any of us we could find somebody else's records tomorrow, Vinny. It could be yours. So, there you go, Vinny. I'll just set it on fire. I don't get to keep it. It doesn't go to Cindy, whoever that is. Comedy Gold. If somebody, the van burns. Oh, wouldn't that be funny? Oh, man. Did fucking Blue give him a radio? So Blue's donating to the idiot, too. See? That's why I don't fucking do big donations. And I mean, I might would if... I'd have to be really... It's just... D's word is... He's very persuasive. He is. Persuade the money right out of Vinny's pocket. And a lot of other people. I really like to know what the insane chef is. Knows he's got a wanted sex offender working for him. Went down the wrong pipe. Hey, Bean Sprout, what's going on? How you doing? Big hugs. So did Lamont? Hey, Kid Bud, what's going on? So did Lamont know about this a year ago? There's you a question. If Lamont didn't know about this a year ago, then shouldn't the black bigot be making like a video addressing the situation of why, um, of the situation of him sitting in a car doing live hangouts with the wanted convicted sex offender? Yes. Uh, what's up, Kid Blood? I'm just trying to keep the story, this story that's been going on lately, Kid Blood. Keep it alive. You know, we all gotta come in here and pitch in a video or two to make sure that people don't forget, because apparently people forgot that this Dustin, they forgot he was here. Yep, they should. And people, we don't forget that Dave's farm was a pedo. We don't forget golf ball eyes. We don't even forget Jeff. I actually got out for Blue Waffles because Blue Waffles wanted to know, Jeff, wasn't you accused of being like a pedo once? Yeah, I was accused. All right, it's not there. I was never convicted, okay, of anything. And this is the picture, Amber. So that I used to piss everybody off. And the story is, I don't know, half real, half made up, because it's YouTube, and that's how you can do it on YouTube. Because it was totally whatever I wanted to fucking yank out of my imagination. Just like Dee's been doing doing here for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, whatever. He's just, just pulling shit out of his imagination and feeding it to you like that he's a fucking genius. He's got an IQ of 138 or something, and he's writing a book, and he's traveling on a scooter, being a trekker because it's a cool thing to do, and he wants to be the one that discovers the real UFOs and satisfy the fucking desires, wanting to know the truth of all of fucking Indre's 175 views, 57, 27. I got 22 viewers myself. Shit. YouTube is so fucking Cat. I watch Cat's a little broadcast. I don't know what she was talking about. But she pulled out the word childish, and I said, "Oh, quotation marks, childish, quotation marks. I am adding that to my vocabulary. What a wonderful world." You fuckhead! Or, you childish head! I don't know which is worse. I'm used to them calling me a fuckhead, but they call me a childish head? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I know Bean just wants him to prove it isn't him. What'd I do? Is that really D or Steve's? I don't know. I'm not sure. Got you, weirdo. Guess you guys are talking in code, and I have no clue what's going on in the sidebar. Pretty sure he said in the beginning of Rosie's that he was running from child support. And I think, I bet you that child something. Yeah. I bet you that's what he keeps talking about. That I got all doxed out. Everybody knows that I passed bad checks and I fucking owe child support And that's one reason that video fit in so well, the Dustin video. But crap. I'm a cheap bastard. I drink instant coffee. I don't know. What was I saying? Child support. But I don't think, and he may have told everybody about all that a year ago, but I don't think he told anybody his real name. Because once you got his real name and once you got Michigan, that's it. That's all it takes to be into his offense. His offenses. So, you know, Blue Waffles, continuing on Blue Waffles, said, how would you like it if people dug up your fucking past here, Jeff? And I said, it's all dug up. Would you like to go listen to my interrogation videos of when I got my felony arrest? I didn't get a conviction, though, so. But my interrogation videos are on here. I didn't fucking hide anything. My name, address. People can go look up all the shit they want on me. I don't care. But I'm not out there fucking claiming that I'm gonna go travel across the United States on a motor scooter and take pictures of UFOs and I'm gonna be the guy to discover them. And you guys should put some money in my PayPal to help me do it. But mostly, I think at this point, what he's selling is streams. I'm going to give you a place to come and get drunk with me at night, I guess. A constant source of companionship. I'll be your constant source of companionship. I'll post videos every day and I'll do hangouts every night. If you pay me, and I'll go, like, lay around poolside in Las Vegas with she-males and little skimpy bikinis and do a talk with you guys in the sidebar if you'll pay me. so I'm about done with this. I'm going to pass it on to the next person, and then here in about a few days or so, I hope there's a hell of a lot enough material here for me to make. Let's get out there and find that Jerry Springer. First, we got to get D-Dubs to come back on. The last thing he did was come on and show us his cell phones, which is like fucking. I guess he doesn't. The cell phones are not under the seat in his scooter at Vegas Vixens. So, sell the scooter, Vegas. Sell the scooter. Even if the assertion is lying and is a con. He's lying. I mean, he's not. It's hiding. It's not lying, it's hiding. Because we all know that, hey, look, no matter where you are on YouTube, all right, if you've been convicted of a sex crime, we want to know it. So, he tried to hide it. It's out. And his is pretty bad, 2nd degree. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd degree are all felonies. So he's in that small group of people now that's a YouTube pedo. Just technically speaking, because he has had sexual relations with a child 12 years old, 13 years old and younger, and he's on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. He's technically now a YouTube pedo in that small group of people. So I think that maybe the best thing you can do is just take advantage of it, recognize the fact that he's in the small group of technically being a YouTube pedophile, and just make that part of his persona. Maybe he can collect a lot of money from other, registered sex offenders out there. He could be the representation. He could be the king of fucking YouTube sex offenders. Registered and unregistered alike. He could be a source of information for pedophiles to come to him to find out how to properly, scoundrel their sexual registrations. So he could fucking help them because he could write a fucking book about how to do it while he's doing his travels around on his scooter. It's over his Vegas Vixens. Why is he not fucking sleeping in his van in a Walmart closer to Vegas Vixens and trying to fucking, what does it take to fucking take apart a fucking Honda carburetor and put it back together? Shit, man. So, and now he's an abscounder too in a van, not a abscounder. He wasn't. He was just a man who owed child support on a scooter. Now he's a fucking pedophile, a YouTube pedophile, technically pedophile, in a van, living in Walmart parking lot. And it could, when you can fix out the little details of it, Callie, it is kind of sick and disgusting, isn't it? It is. And it's the YouTube subject of the day. So, hello, Brad. How are you doing? Brad, I'm just, trying keep the grapevine rolling, because we don't want this ever to be forgotten like it was a year ago when everybody knew about Dustin a year ago, and then they just seem to forget that he's a second-degree sex criminal, sex offender criminal. And they've all forgot, so we need to keep it up. We need to make sure nobody forgets this time. And we'd like to find those people who fucking forgot last time and didn't fucking come over here and tell us that this guy is fucking weird, okay? So I think the YouTube pedos is larger than people know about. I'm sure that there's more pedos and registered people on here that you know, because a week ago there was, in the ones that I know, there was one less than there is this week. And I've known this guy ever since I seen him rescue Rosie in Las Vegas, and never knew. So I just added. That's one more. So maybe there'll be another one somewhere shows up next week. It's not often you see second degree and absconding wanted on YouTube. Thinking yourself, I don't know, that was just kind of a new one to me. There's always something new on YouTube, though. It's prevalent everywhere. Oh, I know. I fucking pull up my fucking neighborhood. I know where the sex offenders are. And fucking Travis is over here. I fucking went to school with Travis. He's on the list. So. But there's lots, yeah. I got a lot of them living around me. Not. Fortunately, at the time, I don't have any living in my close neighborhood, but in my city, you look at the city map and it's like bing, 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 bing. There's the closest one is either Travis, he's a mile that way, or a mile and a half that way. There's a pretty bad one over there. I know where his house is, and it's always dead. You don't see. I think he's just hiding in there. He's probably locked in the closet or something. Probably locked in the closet on a laptop on YouTube doing live streams with Andre, Dustin, D-Does. Black bigot, insane chef. I don't know. You know. If you was insane chef and you had hired this guy and he worked for you, you know, you're helping supporting him while he's running from the law, and you found out and you didn't know, I mean, would you come on and make a video response? Make a video about it? Same with Black Bigot. I don't see Rosie talking about it. Rosie's really getting the finger pointed at her that you knew and you didn't tell us. So you would think you would hear from her saying, yes, I knew and here's why I didn't tell you, or, you know, at very least, you know, you lie and say, I didn't fucking know. I don't know what the truth is. I mean, it would be your choice, Rosie. You wouldn't have to come on and tell the truth. It's YouTube. You don't have to tell the truth unless it's documented, you know, in the Michigan state records. As a fucking, that's the only time you have to tell, and you only have to tell as much truth as is in the record, and then from there on, any questions you can just lie your ass off and say whatever the fuck you want, Rosie. So you could do that. Same with Black Bigot. Same with the insane chef. You know, they could come on here and say, I fucking had no clue. And that would be good because then it would spread. You know, the pedo word would spread. It would spread like gossip through other communities. I thought we all knew about Davey. Yeah, fuck, I knew about Davey. I mean, Davey's, you know, the whole story, I guess, had already been brought out and everything. And, you know, Davey's on the list. Davey knows he's on the list. I don't think Davey pretends that he's not on the fucking list, you know. He can't because everybody knows. And now, I think D was pretending that he wasn't on the list, that he didn't belong in a category even deeper than Davey's category. Because I think Davey's probably, I don't know, what is he, a third degree? Somebody needs to ask Davey if Davey's a third degree, and then Dustin's a second degree. Okay, but we know about Davey, and Davey knows. We all know, but we didn't know about D. D's hiding it. And when you try and hide the fact that you're, you know, a sex offender and you're a registered sex offender, when you hide that, that's not remorseful. And it's not going along with your punishment. I mean, you have to live up to the agreements that you made punishment-wise. So D needs to spend some time in jail. I don't know if it's the 90 days or the 7 years or 10 years or 5 years. Probably not going to do it. He probably does not want to go get put in jail, so he's probably going to keep running around, sleeping in Walmart parkings in the back of the van, trying to get people to donate to him. That's going to be an interesting thing to see. Or will this actually be one of the ones that actually he just says fuck it and disappears and just goes off the internet? Tough to find on the internet anyway. I mean, his fucking Facebook's is called D-Dub, you know? And there ain't shit on there except for that guy in Arizona. Hosey knows Predators is a channel killer. Predators is a... I don't know that channel. If he comes on, I think we should demand more. And one thing we should demand is the fucking Jerry Springer show. I'm gonna treat this shit like an Alcoholic Anonymous intervention, which he could use. I love it when fucking 2 weeks after someone goes to the doctor, and the doctor says your liver's going bad and you should quit drinking. A week after that, they're like, I can't drink anymore. I don't drink. I don't drink anymore. I don't drink. Your liver's fucking shot from drinking. At least he gets his teeth pulled for free in jail. Fuck, I said that one too. Hell yeah. Go fucking do, if it's the 90 days, then go. And then if it's on the fucking 5, 7, 10 year, I don't know exactly what his case is, what his absconding offense is. I know it's absconding too. Then I'd probably would be worthwhile just to keep running from the law. You know. But if fucking 9 months or 90 days is I think the small one. 90 days in jail, fucking go do your goddamn 90 days. Just skip the days when they served those fucking tacos, because those tacos are bad. And you would think the fucking fish sandwiches were really nasty too, but the fish sandwiches are actually probably better than the fucking hamburger thing. I don't know if it's hamburger or if it's bologna, kind of. It's a hamburger bologna thing, you know. Rosie thought he was cute. Diamond in the rough. He didn't know. Can't hold that on her. Rosie probably thought that because he's been trying to hone his interview skills. His interviewing skills. Because that was his intent. Was to ride this scooter across the United States and interview a bunch of people looking for UFOs. You see this E, do you know, Susie, do you know the E, what's his name? ENDRGUNN. Gun. Andre Gunn. What was I going to say about him? It's really weird. But his object was to go across and interview. Oh, he's an abductee. He was like abducted by aliens. And Andre was abducted by aliens when he was like multiple times. I mean, once when he was 8 years old when he was in his bed. And this other times that fucking the aliens abducted him and they fucking stuck this big needle in his back. And all the way up, like they stuck the needle like this far in him. And so I mean, that's one of D-Dub's things, is like he wanted to go out and travel and interview all these people that have these weird stories about how aliens have been sticking needles in them and stuff. And then write a book about it, leaving out the part about him being a sex offender. So, but now, I mean, the whole subject's just boom. It's sex offender now. If I have my way. We will not, whatever we forgot a year ago, we're not going to forget it again. It should not be forgotten. It's all of 3. I don't know. He still owes for all 3 of his. I know they've got him marked as an absconder too, which only shows 2 times that he's absconded. But I'm not sure, because the whole thing is a real big messy deal. Sex offender list 1994, that stuff was just beginning. It hadn't been, and they were all, you know, he's probably one of the first juveniles to be convicted of a felony sex crime in Michigan. If what he says is true, because I guess his parents took Michigan to court and got his name sequestered, or whatever you fucking call it. Sounds like no shit. Sounds like I don't know. I miss my epidural. that fucking drug they gave me before they stuck that needle in my fucking, I guess they stuck it in my back. I don't know where they stuck it, but yeah, it sounds like a, so yeah, I'll tell you, Susie, I fucking just about couldn't stop listening to this guy. It's just like Dre and Indre and D sitting there smoking dope and talking about um, alien, how the alien, just, it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, maybe people get abducted by aliens. Maybe he did have a needle in him and stuff. I just never met anybody except for him here on YouTube. And it sure does attract in the side chat. And I'm sure that, well, I know right now he's begging on Facebook. Robert Gunn is begging on Facebook because after D left, Dustin D left Arizona, he fucking lost his house. So 2 of the 3 was in county of Oakland. You know, weirdo, they say there's 75 pages. Yes, from Michigan. Yes. Hate needles. I don't mind needles as bad so much after I've been just poked a lot. In the last, I don't know, 20 years I got poked a lot. So it's not as bad now. Well, yeah, go ahead and jab me. Yeah. Just fix the damn shoulder. Yeah, I hear all this talk about 75 pages of, stuff out there. I want to see it. Why are you talking? Dave says, I know, Dave the Fisherman says, I know they're compiling it right now and it's going to be released. Release it. And let's really, we haven't had a subject. I mean, Lindy's over there still trying to talk about that bald guy and that's on Corey's phone thing, and that's old, man. This is new stuff. We need to expand on this. We need to get, we need to get Dustin back on here. Holly, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. We need you to go and get some insider information. Could you get a hold of Dustin for us and tell him we don't want him to leave. We think, hell, tell him if he'll come back and actually, tell us the stories. He was thinking about doing story time videos anyway. People were requesting story time. Here you go. You could tell us the whole fucking story, and maybe we can give you beer money instead of Vinny giving you $125. Vinny will give you $1.25. All right, you could still get some money. You might be able to get a lot of money. A lot of people might flock to see you, the next greatest, latest pedophile on YouTube. Just, wear it, man. Put it on and show it. Do it. I might donate $1.19. Vinny, you donate $1.25 to hear Dustin's story. I'll match $1.19 of that. I'll fucking put in his PayPal too. Lindy needs a new fucking story, man. I was watching Lindy today. She's talking about Boris again. She was talking about Boris. And I think that bald guy and Thomas and just whoever. Holly's really cool. Yeah. I think. I don't know, we might come up with Holly's records next week. Because I don't know Holly's name either. I don't know Holly's name. I don't know where she lives, and I haven't done a record check. I haven't checked to see if she has a criminal record or not. So, yeah, I don't know. But, she's cool to watch. And D-Dubs is cool to watch too, man. When he's getting drunk, when he's drinking all that shit, you're just waiting for him to fall down and then stand back up and his head's fucking bleeding, or the cops come knocking on the door in 5150 him, or his wig falls off, or he shoots some holes in the walls with a shotgun, or starts up a fucking lawnmower engine in his living room, or have you eaten anything today? No, I haven't. I'm gonna go fix. I had that Walmart half beef, half pork mix, and I've got fresh lettuce and taco or tortillas. And just pizza? Maybe I'll do that, pizza. Because I bought 3 pizzas. They were on sale for $1.75. Tony's frozen pizzas. No, I think I'm going for the Sancho. I know. Lindy's so attached to her family and that story that she can't move on. She can't find anything else, I guess. And it's not evolving. The story's not evolving. We don't see like the twins, running around at her house in the background while she's doing a live stream. So that would be evolution. That would be evolving to where I'm saying, hey, wait a minute. I'm starting to believe this lady because, okay, I see. The story evolves. No, the story's still the same as fucking was 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, it was fucking a long time ago. It was seriously pretty long time ago. Because I've had some things going in my life since then. I just don't. Time to put them in the past and try and move on a little bit too. Not so easy, but Dave preparing to kill himself once. Dave? Oh, Davey? I don't know. Now I didn't see Davey try and kill himself. Davey's kind of like Eddie, and that I just can't find enough interesting to keep me interested in watching whatever the hell Davey's talking about. I just go over there so I'll know what he's doing lately, and so when people say something about him, I'll know who the hell they're talking about. Her whole life was Boris or Thomas or her whole, I think Lindy's whole YouTube is Boris. Boris and Corey, so fudge it. She likes to talk about Vivi, about Vegas Vixen, but I don't even think she was here when Vegas was sending the fucking the text. I don't know if she was sending photos, but she's definitely sending text to Boris, flirting with Boris, and Boris was fucking putting them on videos, live streams, and showing them to people and shit. Sweet pizza. Where? Don't care either. Yeah. Well, it's a great place to get a kick out of. Boris. Yeah. I like Boris. He was available for me to throw some videos back and forth with a little bit. So. And then the story moved on, and the stories should be moving on, because the story needs to keep evolving. So, sorry I'm not in it lately that much, not into it. We'll see what happens in January when it gets really fucking cold and snowy outside and everybody has to come inside. Oh, hello, Mrs. Zombie. I was getting ready to go because Susie's making me hungry. I could leave this, sit here, 15 people, but I'm probably going to go cook. And then I'm probably going to go look around. I'm probably going to go watch some of Dustin's videos so I get to know the pedophile better. It's not very often that, that you get to have a year of videos that were made by a pedo in hiding, and you get to go back and review through them and see what kind of person is this, knowing all the time. Especially there's some times when 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds and stuff have been mentioned. And you're like, huh? Aha. Yeah, I know why you emphasize that. So, anyway. Turkey subs. I haven't had a sub, and I was going to say, but that's not right. I had sandwiches. I bought a pound of Walmart. What is it? Sara Lee roast beef. I've been having some sandwiches. Sandwiches are live stream viewers. What do you do? It's always hard to leave a live stream. Say I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys out there. But then, also, I have so much content. I don't want to come on here, and I wanted to address this picture of Waffles. There she is, Waffles. Amber Burns, go get her. That's my 16-year-old girlfriend, Amber. Actually, I found out later that she was 17. She was a girl. She was my daughter's friend, so I guess she was a friend. I mean, everything was... There wasn't anything that wasn't... It's just the way that you compacted into 16-year-old girlfriend instead of a 16-year-old girl that I knew that I was friends with because she was... That's troll bait. That's troll bait. Waffles, that is troll bait. But Waffles, your friend Dustin, which is surely you're defending the shit out of him, so we know he's your friend, Dustin. Okay, he ain't troll bait. I mean, it's the real thing. Waffles. Waffles. He's a real fucking world, not a YouTube figment of anybody's imagination pedophile. Well, actually, he's probably the new king of the YouTube pedophiles. And yes, Carlton Felton, thanks for noticing that. I wash my fucking curtains because it's wintertime and they'll stay clean. It's not going to be all dusty in here. Peace.